Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to add a hood to this granny stitch cardigan or jacket. If you use a thicker yarn it becomes a jacket, and if you use a thinner yarn it'll be more like a cardigan. Now I have shown you how to make the actual jacket itself. I'll leave a link under the video, and at the end of the video I'll leave a link in this square here, and you can click on it and it'll show you how to make the jacket. You'll find it on my channel. I'm going to show you how to add a hood to this. You can do a UK treble crochet into each stitch and make the hood, and if you're in the USA that's a double crochet for you, but I just did this one the same as the little jacket, and I made this really pretty hood for it for the winter, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is go into my corner space. I'm going to pull my yarn through. Make sure I've got enough tail to stitch in. Pull my yarn through there, and I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2 and 3. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my granny stitches in line with these ones. You can just do these as treble crochets and do the hood that way, or you can do the hood in the granny stitch. It's up to you. So into that stitch there I'm going to put 2 more treble crochets. 1 and 2. Now there's my granny stitch, and that was my knitting of my collar. I'm going to skip 2 stitches, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and into the next one I'm going to put a granny stitch into there. That's 3 stitches into that 1 stitch. Now doing that little round of stitches around the collar strengthens the collar a little bit. I'm going to skip 2 stitches and do another granny stitch, and they should line up with the ones that are there. Skip 2, 1, 2 and do a granny stitch. Put 3 into the same stitch, and you're going to do that all the way around to the end and finish on a granny stitch at the end. So I'm at the end of my line. I'm going to put 1 granny stitch into that last stitch right on the edge here and pull it through. Put my 3 stitches in. 1, 2 and 3. I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to turn our work around. Turn your work right around. So we're going to work back the other way. We're going to go, we've done a chain 3 and we're going to go into the first space. We're going to put 1 granny stitch into each space along, and at the end we'll just chain 3, and then I'll show you what to do. So 1 granny stitch into each space along. Now you've got your chain 3 there. That's going to be the space when we come back the way. So I'm going to do about 6 rows and see how big it is for folding for the baby's head. Now you can do this if you've made an adult one. You can do this to an adult one as well. And all you do to get an adult size is follow the other video for this jacket and make your hexagons much, much bigger to fit yourself. So I've got one space left. Put my granny stitch in. And then into the last stitch, I'm going to put a UK treble crochet. That's a double crochet if you're in the USA. I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3 and turn. Now that's going to be the first stitch in my granny cluster. I'm going to put 2 more into that space. 1 and 2. And I'm going to put 1 granny cluster into each stitch all the way along, and I'll put 1 into this last space. I'll chain 3 and follow that one again. I'll go chain 3 and I'm going to go into this space. So I've done the rows for my hood. I have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've done 12 rows on my hood, and this is what it looks like. This is the jacket in the right way. It can be a jacket or a cardigan. I've sewn an extra button on down here, and I've got 12 rounds on this. It looks like a large collar. Now I'm going to turn my jacket inside out. I've got a length to sew. Now you can make the hood as big or as wide as you need it to be. So we've got the jacket inside out. I'm going to fold the hood. That's for my yarn. And I'm going to stitch along here. So make sure your arms, your buttons are on the inside. It's inside out. I'm going to put my yarn on to my needle. Now make sure that when you sew your buttons on that you've got a needle that will go through the buttonholes. Now let me fix this. Which goes through though. I've done a bit extra. I'll just take that end off there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sew stitch for stitch through one stitch, go through the one here at the end on this side, and then go through the 2 parts of the stitch and through the 2 parts of the next one, and sew along the hood. You can put an edge on by putting some UK treble crochets up here. That's USA double crochets up the edge if you want. I'm just going to leave mine because it's okay like that. So I'll make sure that this is secure. And then I'll work along, going through the top of the stitches and work my way along, stitch for stitch. So go through one stitch on this side and go through the stitch beside it on the other side. And I'm going to go all the way along. So once I'm at the end, I'm just going to sew in and make sure it's secure. So once you've sewed your end in securely, you can cut it off, pop that aside, and we're going to turn it all in the right way. Take your sleeves out, and that's you made a hood for your little jacket or cardigan. If you use a lighter yarn, it'll be a cardigan, and that's the hood done. You can, if you want, go around your hood and you can put a slip stitch around just to neaten the edge if you want. You don't have to do that. And that's your little hood on your cardigan. Now just make sure you match it up properly. Put your buttons on. The buttons are just going through a set of the granny squares, the little granny stitches. And there you go. And that is how you put a hood. That's flattened out. That is how you put a hood on this little jacket. And you've got yourself a nice little hood. And you end up with a lovely little hood on your jacket. And that button there is for when it gets buttoned up on the baby. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and if you click on the bell icon, YouTube will tell you when I put up another tutorial. So until the next time, happy crafting, and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.